Hey guys, this is Commander Video here. Welcome back to another video. So today we're doing Hyper versus Right Wing Radical. So let's get into this. So Hyper's racist. He's bullshit. He's unreasonable. So of course he's gonna do well in the South. So he's gonna win every Southern state except for Alabama, because you're gonna see Doug Jones. He's gonna get Doug Jones's Right Wing Radical's gonna get Doug Jones endorsement. He's also going to get Jeff Sessions endorsement, because Jeff Sessions loves right wing radical. You're also going to see Lozano come to Alabama doing some huge rallies in Montgomery. It's going to be reasonable. And in Georgia, you're going to see Allen come and do fiery rallies for right wing radical in Cobb County. And you're also going to see Stacey Abrams doing some rallies for right wing radical in Atlanta, enthusing the black vote to go out and vote because it's reasonable. But Hyper would still win Florida. You're going to see Xenox and Sex Laptop come up for Hyper, and Trump doing some fiery rallies in Florida, in Jacksonville and Tampa. And South Carolina goes to Hyper, Tennessee goes to Hyper, and North Carolina goes to Hyper. Baxter wouldn't endorse Right Wing Radical or Hyper because Baxter hates both of them. So Baxter said he would write in Tom Tillis because Tom Tillis would have a better healthcare plan than Hyper or Right Wing Radical. So North Carolina goes red for Hyper since it's a red state. And Hyper also wins Virginia because you're going to see all the Democratic establishment vote for Hyper, since right wing radicals are populist. He's bullshit. He's unreasonable. But he's going to win West Virginia because he's a populist. It's reasonable. And Kentucky. He's going to win Kentucky and Ohio because you're going to see Dylan Wiley come out and doing some fiery rallies for right wing radical in Cleveland. Racist rallies saying the N word, lynching black people. It's going to be unreasonable. So Ohio goes blue. But right wing radical is still going to win the black vote in Ohio because it's reasonable. Hyper wins Vermont, New Hampshire, and Maine, the Northeast. He's going to win. And actually, yeah, he's going to win Massachusetts and Rhode Island. Fat Eagle, Matt Gagnon really hates right wing radical. So you're going to see all the fat people in Rhode Island come out for Hyper, and it's going to make Rhode Island go red. And Connecticut would go blue, and New Jersey, you're going to see Delta doing some fiery rallies in New Jersey. And even though Matt Gagnon is going to come down to New Jersey and doing some fiery rallies with Chris Christie, is not going to be enough. And Delaware would go to Hyper because you're going to see Finnegan come out for Hyper doing some fiery rallies with Kevin, fiery naked rallies with Kevin in Delaware. And Right Wing Radical wins Maryland because he's going to get LTE's endorsement. LTE is going to come out doing some huge rallies in Baltimore, getting the TikTok people, getting the gay people, getting the black people all out to vote. And in D.C., it goes for Right Wing Radical. New York also goes for Right Wing Radical. Kevin loves Right Wing Radical. Not so much Finnegan, but Kevin's going to do some fiery rallies for Right Wing Radical in New York City and Bronx. You're going to see AOC come out for Right Wing Radical. You see Bernie Sanders come out for Right Wing Radical. You're going to see Bloomberg also come out for Right Wing Radical, doing some fiery rallies in New York City too. So that's going to help Right Wing Radical in New York. Now Indiana still goes red. Pennsylvania, I think it would still go red. You're going to see Slock and Mike still come out for Hyper. They're going to be doing some fiery rallies in the suburbs with Arlen Specter and Rick Santorum because they're very popular in Pennsylvania. And Right Wing Radical wins Texas because you're going to see he's going to be doing some fiery rallies with Michael Bloomberg. They're going to be spending billions of dollars in ads. Beto's going to be doing some fiery rallies in El Paso. He's going to be throwing avocados in his rallies. He's going to be feeding avocados to his wife at his rallies. It's reasonable. You're going to see Virtualizing Reality and Mark Cuban come down to Texas doing some fiery rallies in Texas, which is going to make it go blue. And I think Right Wing Radical would win Oklahoma. He's going to win Pocahontas County. He's going to win Cherokee County. It's going to pretty much help him win the state. And the rest of these farm states, I think maybe North and South Dakota and Montana would go to Right Wing Radical. But all these other states would go to Hyper, and Iowa. Illinois, I think Right Wing Radical would get it. He'd obviously win the black vote here. Even though the orangutans with orangutan Nathan are going to come out in full force in Illinois, but it's still going to go blue because the black vote's going to come out huge for Right Wing Radical. and Michigan goes blue, you're going to see Red Eagle come out and endorse Right Wing Radical. You know, Red Eagle said he doesn't care if he has the D next to his name. Right Wing Radical is reasonable. So you're going to see Red Eagle doing some fiery rallies for Right Wing Radical in Michigan, in Lansing, in Detroit, enthusing the black people to come out and vote. And Wisconsin also goes for Right Wing Radical, and Minnesota. It's his home state. He's obviously going to win it. So he wins Minnesota. Also, Minnesota's a very weird state, so Hyper really can't contest in Minnesota. New Mexico goes for Right Wing Radical. Colorado probably goes to Hyper. You're going to see all the high people come out for Hyper in Colorado. And Arizona, it's probably going to go red. You're going to see God Emperor Trump come out for Hyper. He's going to be doing some fiery rally in the golf courses, enthusing the voters to come out and vote for Hyper. And even though Everardo's going to come out and do some fiery rallies for Right Wing Radical in Tucson, it's not going to be enough. So Arizona goes red. And Utah does too. I think Right Wing Radical in Nevada, you're going to see Mummy Tulsi come in doing some fiery rallies for Right Wing Radical to the prostitutes to get him out to vote just so he can win Nevada. In California, he would win it. You're going to see Mod License come out for Right Wing Radical. You're going to see Sean come out for Right Wing Radical. You're going to see DX Diddy come out for Right Wing Radical. You're going to see Katie Hill come out for Right Wing Radical in California. They're all going to be doing some fiery rallies there in California, especially Katie Hill. She's going to be getting naked and giving people free haircuts in California because it's reasonable. And Right Wing Radical won't lose Oregon, but he'll lose Washington because you're going to see Posty doing some fiery rallies for Hyper in Washington. In Lyndon comes out huge for Hyper in Washington. And obviously, since Right Wing Radical loves Asian Tulsis, all the Asians in Hawaii are going to come up for Right Wing Radical since Right Wing Radical loves Tulsi. Even though Kathy Zhu is going to be doing some fiery rallies for Hyper, it's just not going to be enough. And Alaska goes for Hyper. So the final count has Right Wing Radical winning with 306 electoral votes, with Hyper at 232. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Please leave video requests in the comment section below for future videos. And I will see you all in the next video. Kevin Gaming out.